She fell from the sky at night was quiet in the forest near Blackridge Base. Only the sound of wind passing through trees could be heard. A young soldier named Aaron was on patrol, walking alone with his flashlight. His boots crunched leaves. As he moved deeper into the woods, suddenly, the sky lit up with a strange blue flash. Aaron stopped. He looked up. A bright object was falling from the sky, fast and burning. It wasn't a plane. It was something else, something not made by humans. What the hell? Aaron whispered. The object crashed into the forest, not far from him. The ground shook. Birds flew away in panic. Smoke rose in the air. Aaron ran toward the sound, his heart beating fast. He had never seen anything like this before. After a few minutes, he reached the crash site. Trees were broken. The air smelled like metal and fire. In the center, a small silver ship was half buried in the ground. It was silent now, but still glowing with strange blue lights. Aaron raised his gun and stepped forward carefully. Then he heard a soft cry, not from a machine, but from a baby. He rushed closer. Near the ship, lying on the ground, was a tall figure. A woman, no, not human. Her skin was pale silver. Her eyes were glowing, and she was holding something. Close to her chest, it was a baby wrapped in soft blue light. The woman looked at Aaron. She was badly injured. Blood thick and dark was dripping from her side. Please, she said in a voice that echoed in his mind, not his ears. Save my baby. Aaron stared at her, shocked. He had no idea what she was, but the baby, it looked almost human. Who are you? He asked quietly. What is this? The woman coughed, her body shaking. She didn't answer his question. They are coming, she said. They will destroy him and your world. What? Who's coming? She looked at the baby one last time and whispered, he is hope. Save him. And with that, her body turned into light. She vanished right in front of Aaron's eyes. Aaron stood frozen, holding the baby now. The infant was quiet, staring at him with bright blue eyes, eyes that didn't seem human. Suddenly, the sound of helicopters filled the air. Soldiers were coming from the base. They must have seen the crash on radar. Aaron looked at the baby, then back at the sky. He knew what he had to do. He wrapped the baby in his jacket and ran into the dark forest before anyone could see him. 10 years later, in a small town far from any city, a boy named Leo sat alone on the school bench. He was quiet, different from the other kids. His eyes were strange blue like the sky, but they glowed sometimes when he was upset. He didn't know where he came from. Aaron had raised him like his own son. He never told Leo about the night in the forest, never told him about the alien ship, or the glowing woman, or the promise he had made. But something inside Leo always felt wrong. He had dreams he didn't understand, stars, voices, light things no human child should see. And every year, on his birthday, strange things happened. Lights flickered, clocks stopped. One time, a window shattered when he got angry. Aaron always told him, you're special, Leo. Different is not bad. But Leo wanted answers. That night, as the stars shined above his house, Leo sat at his window and looked at the sky. He didn't know the truth. Not yet. But something far away, something in space, had just received a signal, and it was coming. Asterisk. The boy with no passing years had passed since the night Aaron disappeared into the woods with the alien child. He had changed his name, left the army, and moved to a quiet town no one paid attention to. No one asked questions there. And that's exactly what he needed. In that small town, behind a rusty iron gate, sat a lonely house. Not big, not beautiful, but safe. Inside the house lived Leo, a boy who was not like other boys. From the outside, he looked normal. Brown hair, thin frame, quiet voice, but inside him was something different, something not from this world. He just didn't know it yet. Leo stood in front of the mirror, staring at his reflection. His eyes had always been strange, blue, but not human blue, deeper, brighter, glowing when he felt strong emotions. He tried to hide it, tried to act normal, but something always gave him away. At school, the other kids didn't talk to him much. He wasn't bullied exactly, but they avoided him. He's weird, they whispered. He just stares into space. Leo didn't blame them. He had dreams, wild dreams of other worlds, glowing skies, strange languages, and a woman's voice calling his name. Sometimes he would wake up sweating, his bed sheets floating off the bed, suspended in the air. He'd close his eyes, count to 10, and everything would fall to the floor again. He never told anyone, except Aaron. Aaron had always been there for him, treated him like a son, cooked for him, protected him, but he never told Leo the truth. Not about the dreams. Not about the woman in the sky. Not about the blue light. Only one rule he always repeated: never show your power in front of others. Ever? Leo would ask. But why? Aaron would simply say, because the world doesn't understand what it fears. Leo hated that answer, but he obeyed. Until the day everything changed. It was Leo's 13th birthday. He didn't want a cake or presents. He just wanted answers. That morning, when he woke up, something was wrong. The room was dark, though the sun was out. His mirror had cracked from the inside, and on his hand, something new had appeared. A mark, a glowing blue symbol shaped like a star, but constantly shifting, like it was alive. He ran to Aaron in panic. What is this? Leo shouted. What's happening to me? Aaron looked at the symbol, and for the first time in 10 years, his face changed. Not fear, not anger, but sadness. It's time you knew the truth, he said. That night, Aaron took Leo to the basement, a place that was always locked, a place Leo had never seen. Inside, there were strange machines covered in dust, screens, wires, old notes written in a language Leo couldn't read. And in the center, a box made of black glass. Aaron opened it. Inside was a small glowing crystal. Blue light pulsed from its center, and when Leo touched it, it felt warm, like it recognized him. Aaron sat down and looked at the boy. You weren't born here, Leo, he said slowly. You came from the sky. Leo laughed nervously. What? Aaron didn't smile. You're not fully human. 10 years ago, I found a ship and a woman who gave me a baby. You. Leo stared, speechless. She said they would come for you. One day, Aaron continued, that you were special, that you would decide the future of 2 worlds. Leo backed away. Stop. Just stop. This is insane. But the crystal was already reacting. The blue symbol on Leo's hand glowed brighter. Machines around the room powered on by themselves. The air felt charged, like a storm was building indoors. Then, a sound, a sharp beep. One of the machines started flashing a red light, a signal. Something or someone had just found them. Aaron single quotes as face turned pale. They've locked onto you. Leo whispered. Who? Aaron looked at him with tired eyes. The ones your mother was running from, outside, in the night sky, far above the earth. A satellite blinked. Thousands of miles away, in a hidden government lab. Men in black suits gathered around a monitor. On the screen, subject detected. It's him, one of them said. After all these years, the alien child is alive. Back at the house, Leo sat in shock. I'm not human, he asked. Aaron replied, you're more than human. You're something new, something powerful. But before they could say more, a loud boom shook the house. The front door exploded open. Black uniformed soldiers stormed in with electric guns, shouting orders. Get the boy. Aaron pulled Leo behind him and grabbed a hidden weapon. Run. Leo, no, I'm not leaving you. You have to. Another blast shook the wall. Leo's hands started to glow. He didn't understand what was happening, but something inside him woke up. A pulse of blue light burst out from him in every direction. The light shattered. The soldiers flew back like paper in a storm. Leo stood, frozen, breathing hard, his eyes glowing bright. Aaron looked at him with pride and fear. They'll never stop now, he whispered. Why me? Leo asked. Trembling. Aaron stepped forward. Because you're the last of them. And then, the wall behind Aaron blew open. Smoke filled the room. Aaron pushed Leo toward the basement door. Go. Follow the map. Find the voice in your dreams. She'll tell you who you are. Leo hesitated, then ran. Through the tunnel, into the night, into the unknown. They are coming for him. Darkness covered the small town like a blanket, but inside Leo's heart, a storm had already begun. He ran through the forest behind the house, branches slashing his face, his feet moving faster than ever before. Behind him, flames rose from the place he had once called home, the only home he knew. Aaron was gone, captured, maybe dead. Leo didn't look back. He couldn't. Not now. Because something inside him whispered, they're not human, and they will never stop. Earlier that night, when the soldiers stormed the house, something had awakened in Leo. He had felt it, power not from this world rising through his blood like fire. He didn't know how he did it, but when the fear hit him, the walls exploded with blue light. Time had slowed. His breath had frozen, and when he moved, the world bent around him like water. Now, everything had changed. He reached the edge of the forest, panting. His hand still burned with the alien symbol. It pulsed like a heartbeat. Then he saw it, a small wooden shack, half covered in vines. It looked abandoned, but Aaron had shown it to him once and told him, if anything ever happens, go here first. Leo pushed open the door. Inside was cold and dusty, but on the ground was a metal hatch. He pulled it open, climbed down a narrow ladder, and found himself in a hidden tunnel. The lights turned on automatically. It wasn't just a tunnel. It was a path built for escape. After walking for half an hour, Leo entered a metal chamber. Screens on the walls flickered. Machines beeped softly. There was a table in the middle with strange tools and a tablet glowing with a message. It said, "Play this only if I'm gone." Leo tapped the screen. Aaron's face appeared. "Now live just a recorded video, Leo." The recording said, "If you're watching this, then they found us, and I'm probably not with you anymore." Leo sat down, silent, eyes wide. "You need to know everything now. You were left in my care by a woman not of this earth. She was injured. She saved your life by giving you to me. She said you were the last key." The video showed a still image of the alien woman, Leo's real mother, silver skin, glowing eyes. She came from a place far from here, a place at war, a place that believed in peace but was attacked by an enemy called the Neuroin. They wanted control of the universe. They still do. The screen flashed images of strange creatures, dark ships, and battles in space. Aaron's voice continued, "You, Leo, carry something inside you, a part of both worlds, human and alien. You are what they fear and what they need. That's why they will come for you." As the message ended, Leo's chest tightened. So many lies, so many secrets. He wasn't just different. He was being hunted. Meanwhile, deep in a hidden government facility, a man in a gray suit sat in front of a large screen. His name was Director Kane. "Has the subject escaped?" he asked coldly. A soldier nodded. "Yes, sir. But the energy pulse he released, it matches the data from the alien crash 10 years ago." Kane narrowed his eyes. "He's not just another alien. He's the hybrid, the weapon, the prophecy. Shall we terminate?" "No," Kane said. "Track him, observe him, but do not kill him. Not yet. We need what's inside him." He leaned forward. "And if he remembers who he really is, we'll lose Earth." Back in the tunnel, Leo noticed something strange. The pendant around his neck, the one Aaron had given him as a child, was glowing. Softly at first, then brighter. Then it projected a holographic star map into the air. A blue dot blinked at the center dot. The projection spoke. "Coordinates locked. Preparing connection to Mother." Leo stared, heart pounding. "Mother, my real mother." The hologram shifted, showing a woman's face, faded, flickering, but her voice came through. "Clear, Leo, my son. If you can hear this, you've survived. You're stronger than I imagined. I don't have much time. They took me. I'm trapped in the Neuron Core prison. You must find me. You must awaken the Vox." Leo didn't understand everything, but he felt it in his bones. She was alive, and she needed him. The hologram shut off. Suddenly, the ground shook. The tunnel lights blinked out from far behind him. Leo heard metal footsteps, slow, heavy. Not soldiers. Something else. A shadow moved into the tunnel. Then another. Machines. Drones. Tall, spider-like bots with red eyes, scanning everything. Leo turned to run, but tripped. A drone saw him. Its eye flashed red. Target acquired. It charged. Leo screamed. His hand lit up again. This time, not with fear but with anger. He raised his arm and let the energy out. A beam of blue light shot forward, slicing through the drone like paper. Smoke filled the tunnel. Leo stood shaking, breathing fast. "I don't know what I am," he said out loud, "but I'm done running." Asterisk. The signal awakens tunnel behind Leo was burning. Broken machines sparked on the ground. Smoke rose around him. His chest was heaving. His palms were still glowing fate blue. For the first time, Leo had fought back. He didn't know how he did it. He didn't understand what he had become. But something inside him had changed. And now, there was no going back. He followed the map shown by the pendant star projection. The path led him to a hidden exit deep inside a cave near the cliffs outside town. The moment Leo stepped into the sunlight, a cold wind brushed across his face. The sea roared below, crashing against sharp rocks. But he wasn't looking at the sea. He was staring at a black stone structure half buried in the cliffside, ancient, quiet, humming with faint energy. It looked like a temple, but nothing human had built it. A small door opened with a hiss when he approached. Inside was dark. Leo stepped forward. The inside of the structure was strange round walls, smooth like glass, pulsing with blue veins of light. No furniture, no dust, no time. It had waited here for him for years. As he walked, soft voices echoed in the air, whispering, speaking a language he somehow understood but didn't remember learning. He reached the center. Room. A sphere floated in the air, black and silver, covered in markings. It blinked once, then spoke in a deep mechanical voice. Identity confirmed. Hybrid signature detected. Initiating Vox. The sphere spun, then cracked open. Light poured from within. Then it formed a new shape, a humanoid figure made of glowing blue energy. It had no face, but Leo felt a strange comfort. I am Vox, it said. I was created by your mother to guide you when the time was right. Leo stepped back. Guide me for what? Vox answered, for war, for truth, for who you are. The energy being raised a hand. A circle of light formed in the air, showing moving images, memories from a world Leo had never seen. A peaceful city floating in space. Alien people walking under twin suns. His mother tall, strong, silver skin, smiling as she held a baby in her arms. Him. Your true name is Kelrin, Vox said. You were born in the last stronghold of the Illyari people. Before the Neuroan attacked, your mother sent you to Earth to survive. Leo felt his head spin. Why me? Because only a hybrid could survive Earth and unlock the core that holds the Illyari legacy. Leo didn't feel like a hero. He didn't feel like a warrior. Just a scared boy with strange powers, hunted by people he didn't understand. He sat down, holding his head. I don't know who I am anymore. Vox's voice softened. You are both, human and Illyari. That is your strength. Suddenly, the room dimmed. Vox's body flickered. The walls started glowing red. Warning, long-range signal received. Leo looked up. A new projection appeared, an image of his mother, weak, bruised, inside a dark prison cell. She looked straight into the camera. Kale, my son, if you hear this, I'm still alive. The Neuroan captured me. I've seen what they're planning. They're building something that can burn Earth. Leo's eyes widened. She continued, you must awaken the beacon. There's a gate hidden beneath the deserted tall mirror. Vox knows the way. Once you reach it, you'll begin your true path. But beware, the Neuroan are watching everything now. Then, the message cut off. Vox spoke. We must leave immediately. They will trace the signal. In space, far beyond Earth's orbit, a massive black ship hung in the dark like a shadow waiting to move. Inside the control room, a tall creature with hollow white eyes watched the same signal. From Leo's mother, he turned to his soldiers. The hybrid has awakened. The soldiers hissed. Send the hunters. Bring him alive. Kill anyone who stands in your way. Back on Earth, night had fallen again. Leo and Vox stood on a cliff edge, overlooking the valley. A new ship was waiting there, sleek, alien, hidden beneath the ground for years. Will I come back? Leo asked. Vox replied, if you fail, there will be no Earth left to return to. Leo stepped into the ship. The door closed behind him. The ship hummed to life and lifted into the sky, disappearing among the stars. Leo looked out the window. He was leaving the only world he knew, but finally, he was going toward the world that knew him. The war beyond stars outside the ship window stretched like rivers of light. The Earth was long behind now, a tiny blue dot fading into the darkness. Leo sat quietly in the cockpit, watching the universe unfold. He wasn't running anymore. He was chasing something, answers, power, and the mother he barely remembered. Vox stood beside him, its glowing body stable now. It had connected with the ship completely, guiding it through space like a ghost captain. This journey won't be easy, Vox said. You're not ready for war. Not yet. Leo nodded. Then, make me ready. After 2 days in hyperspace, the ship dropped out of the star stream. In front of them floated a strange, broken planet. Dead. Barren. But around it, orbiting like a skeleton ring, was a structure so large it covered half the sky, a forgotten battle station. Old Illyari tech, overgrown with space dust and silent warnings. Vox spoke softly. Welcome to Station Caldera, the last school of warriors. The ship docked. The doors opened with a heavy sigh. Leo stepped out. Silence greeted him. Dust floated in zero gravity. Lights flickered weakly. The place smelled like metal and memory. Vox led him through long corridors, past broken walls and old statues of heroes long gone. In the center of the station, a room waited circular, with walls made of memory glass. As Leo entered, the lights turned on. Holograms of ancient battles danced around him, giant ships clashing, planets burning, Alyari warriors falling one by one. Leo watched, speechless. His people had once been strong. Now, he was all that remained. Suddenly, a door hissed open behind him. 3 figures stepped out. Not enemies. Not soldiers. Survivors. The first was a tall girl, silver-skinned like Leo's mother, with golden markings on her arms. She moved like a shadow. "My name is Sira," she said. "I thought I was the last." The second was a boy, human in shape, but his eyes held stars inside them. He didn't speak, just nodded. The third was older, half machine, half flesh, a soldier from the past. "We are all that's left," he said. "But now, you're here." Leo looked at them, confused. "Why are you here?" Sira stepped closer. "Because we were chosen to, but we failed." Over the next few days, Leo trained, not like human training. Here, he was pushed beyond every limit. He fought in zero gravity. He learned to control energy with his mind. He ran across walls made of force fields. He battled illusions of Neuroan warlords. And each night, he saw his mother in his dreams weak, calling out to him, "You're close, Kale, but time is running out." One night, as Leo stood alone in the observatory, Vox floated beside him. "You're learning fast." Vox said, "I don't feel ready." "You're not, but war doesn't wait." Leo looked out at the stars. "What do they want from me, Vox?" "The Neuroan." Vox's glow dimmed slightly. "They want what's inside you." Leo frowned. "You mean power?" "No." Vox said, "You carry a seed, something your mother created. A key to rebuild the Alyari or to destroy them forever. The Neuroan want it. Earth will be their first test." Leo stepped back, shaken. "So I'm just a weapon?" "No. You're a choice." Suddenly, alarms rang through the station. Red lights, sirens. Vox turned sharply. "They found us." Leo ran to the main screen. A fleet of dark ships had entered, orbits spike-shaped, black as shadows, crawling toward the station like insects. The Neuroan had arrived. Sira grabbed her weapon. "We fight." "No." Vox said. "We run." Leo turned. "No, I'm done running." The station shook. Lights flickered. A message came through, crackling, in a deep alien voice. "Hybrid, surrender, and your planet will be spared. Resist, and you'll watch it burn." Leo clenched his fists. His hands glowed blue, brighter than ever. "I'll make my choice on the battlefield." Vox turned to him. "Then you must awaken your core." The others held off the invaders as Vox took Leo to the center of the station, the Alyari core. Room. Inside was a floating crystal, dead for years. "Place your hand on it." Vox said. Leo did. Nothing happened. Then, suddenly, heat, light, pain. The crystal lit up. Energy exploded outward. Leo saw flashes. His mother, creating the seed. The war that destroyed their home. Aaron's face, the day he fell from the sky. Then he screamed. The room filled with blinding light. When it faded, Leo was floating. His body had changed, his eyes fully glowing, blue veins running down his arms, a soft hum coming from within. He wasn't human anymore, not fully. He had become what he was born to be. Back at the docking bay, the others were losing ground. Ships were closing in. Then a new sound filled the air like thunder wrapped in light. Leo stepped onto the deck. His presence alone pushed the enemy back. He raised his arm. From the sky, beams of blue lightning struck the Neuroan ships. They burned. They fell. And the others stared in awe. Vox whispered, "The war has truly begun." The return of the lost sun. Stars behind him were silent now. Leo stood in the ship's chamber, staring at Earth through the glass. The blue planet spun slowly. In the distance, calm, beautiful, and unaware of what was coming. He was not the same boy who left. He was faster, stronger, smarter, but also heavier. He carried a power born from a dying world, a responsibility no child should hold, and a question that still burned inside him. Will I ever be human again? The ship entered Earth's atmosphere. Vox remained quiet. For the first time, the AI had no instructions, only warnings. "You've awakened the core," it said. "Now they will send their strongest." Leo nodded. "Let them come." They landed in a hidden zone near the mountains where the government's underground base. was buried beneath steel and lies. This was where Aaron had been taken. Leo knew what he had to do. Rescue the man who raised him, but the world he returned to wasn't the same anymore. Every major city was now under high alert. People were panicking. News channels screamed of cosmic storms and sky fire without understanding what was really coming. In shadows, government leaders worked with Neuroan agents trading human safety for alien technology. And deep underground, Aaron was locked in a cold metal cell, his beard grown, his eyes hollow, but still defiant. Director Kane stood outside the cell, arms behind his back. You always knew he was more than a boy, Kane said. Why protect him? Aaron looked up. Because he's the only hope this world has. And he's better than you, Kane smirked. He won't be for long. That same night, Leo entered the base alone, cloaked in Aliari tech. His body became invisible to cameras. He moved like smoke, silent, precise, unstoppable. Guards fell without a sound. Doors unlocked at his touch. He was a shadow in a world that didn't want him. Finally, he reached Aaron's cell. The old man stood as the door slid open. They looked at each other for a long time. No words. Then Aaron smiled. You grew up. Leo nodded. You waited. Aaron placed a hand on his shoulder. Always. But before they could escape, alarm screamed. The lights turned red. Kane's voice echoed through the base. Too late. Boy, we were expecting you. Leo turned. I'll hold them. Get out. No, Aaron said. I stay with you. From the far end of the hall, heavy footsteps echoed. Then a man stepped forward. Not a soldier, not a Neuroan, but something in between, half human, half alien. His skin was gray. His eyes were black holes. His voice sounded like stone breaking. I am Merrick, he said, the first of the failed hybrids, the one they threw away. Leo stepped forward. What do you want? Merrick smiled. To finish what your mother started and destroy both worlds. The walls shook as the two charged at each other. Fists of light, blades of energy, sparks flying through the air. Leo fought hard, but Merrick was strong. Too strong. He had been built in a lab, designed for war, forged from pain. Leo was built from love, and that made him vulnerable. He crashed into the wall, coughing. His vision blurred. His light dimmed. Merrick walked toward him. You are weak. Because you care. Because you're still part human. Leo gritted his teeth. That's what makes me stronger. Just as Merrick raised his blade, a beam of golden fire hit him in the back. It was Syrah. She had followed Leo from the station the others arrived to. Now it was no longer one hybrid against another. It was the last survivors of Aliari standing together. The battle was chaos. Flames, energy, shattered walls. But in the end, Merrick fell, not from power, but from truth. Leo looked him in the eyes as he lay defeated. You could have been more. Merrick closed his eyes. I never had a choice. Leo whispered, now I do. After the dust settled, Leo walked out of the base with Aaron, Syrah, and Vox beside him. But before they left, Kane appeared half-burned, bleeding, but alive. He raised a gun at Leo. You don't belong here. Leo looked at him calmly. Neither do you. He raised his hand, and Kane was frozen in time, his weapon suspended midair. Leo didn't kill him. He just walked away, because strength wasn't about power anymore. It was about control. Outside, the stars seemed closer now. Leo stood on the cliff once more. Aaron asked, what now? Leo looked up. They're coming with everything they have. And you? I'm going to finish this. Save my baby. Again, stars were burning, not from beauty, but from war. Leo stood at the edge of the command deck on the Aliari battleship Solvan's light. Through the wide glass window, he saw the enemy fleet approaching, black spike warships stretching across the void like a swarm. They were coming for him, and for the secret locked inside his blood. But Leo didn't feel fear anymore. He had already lost too much. Now, he was ready to give everything. Behind him stood Aaron, Syrah, Vox, and the last surviving warriors of the Aliari, only a few dozen, outnumbered, outgunned, but not out of hope. Because for the first time in 10 years, the signal was clear. His mother was alive, and she was still calling for him. Far, across space, in the heart of the Neuroan Empire, she floated in the stasis chamber, barely conscious. Her energy drained. Tubes ran from her body into the prison walls, feeding the weapon the Neuroan were building, a star core cannon. Capable of destroying planets. The Neuroan leader, a towering creature known only as the First Flame, watched her silently. She will come for him, she whispered weakly. The First Flame smiled. That's the plan. Back on Solvin's light, Leo stared at the star map. Vox hovered beside him. This is suicide. Leo's voice was calm. Then we die with purpose. Aaron, step forward. We don't have to do this alone. Earth, Leo interrupted. Earth isn't ready. And if this fails, they won't even get the chance to choose. He placed his hand on the crystal console. The ship answered him. Engines roared. Sarah raised her blade. Let's finish what they started. The final assault began. A single Ilyari ship versus an empire. The black warships fired. Energy cannons lit up the stars. Leo and his crew weaved through them like lightning, dodging, striking, dancing with death. Sarah destroyed the cruisers on her own. Aaron led the defense cannons with perfect aim. Vox took control of the ship's AI systems, hacking into enemy weapons and turning them against their own. And Leo, he was more than just a pilot now. He was the storm. When they reached the prison moon, the war outside was still burning, but time was running out. The Star Core cannon had begun charging. Leo and Sarah landed inside the fortress. Guards poured out and ruined soldiers, hybrids, machines. But Leo didn't stop. He moved like a blade of light. He tore through them with energy, mind, and strength, not to kill, but to reach her. Finally, he reached the core chamber. There she was, floating in a cage of pure energy. Eyes barely open, her body thin, her glow almost gone. Leo stepped closer. Her eyes met his. Kale, she whispered. And then she cried, my baby. She didn't need to say anything else. Even across galaxies, across pain and time, he had come back. Leo stepped forward. The cage tried to repel him, but he pushed through. Blue lightning burned his skin, but he kept going. He touched the control core with his hand. Pain exploded through him. The power inside him fought back, but he let it burn, because she once gave everything to save him. Now, it was his turn. The cage shattered. The power core collapsed. The star cannon went dark. Alarm screamed across the prison. Leo fell to his knees, holding his mother in his arms. She smiled weakly, tears in her glowing eyes. I always believed in you. Then her hand touched his face, and something passed from her to him. A final memory, a gift. Then her light faded, her body became stars, and she was gone. Outside, the First Flame entered the chamber. He was fury and fire, a creature born from chaos. You've killed her, he roared. You've killed your only link to your past. Leo stood slowly. No, he said. I became it. His body changed, his light burned brighter than ever. The walls shook. The very metal of the room bent around him. He didn't attack with rage. He didn't speak in anger. He simply became more than the enemy could understand. The First Flame struck. Leo caught his blow midair. Then, with a single burst of light, shattered the being from within. Not with violence, but with truth. The war ended in silence. Back on Earth. Days later, the skies cleared. The stars were calm. Leo stood in a quiet field outside the town he once called home. Children played nearby. Life had begun to heal. Aaron stood beside him. You did it, he said. Leo looked up. No, she did. She saved me. Then I saved her. And then I saved us all. Aaron smiled. What now? He asked. Leo turned to the sky. Now, I make sure no child ever falls from it again. Somewhere in the remains of the Ilyari station, a crystal began to pulse, a soft blue glow, and a voice, new hybrid detected, awakening next generation. The future was just beginning.